Welcome to this .NET Word Library tutorial. In this video, I'll show you how to create an if field in a Word document using the Syncfusion .NET Word Library. This includes an overview of what an if field is, how to create a simple if field, and how to use it with rich content. First, let's see what an if field is. The if field in a Word document allows you to insert conditional logic, similar to an if statement in Excel or a programming language. I am opening an existing ASP.NET Core application where the Syncfusion doc.io package is already installed. If you want to know how to get started with the Syncfusion Word Library, check out the video link in the card above or the description below. Now, let me show you how to create a simple if field in a Word document by clicking this button. I'll start by opening the index.cs HTML file and removing the existing code. Then, I add a button to create a simple if field. To define the action method, I navigate to the Home Controller class and import the necessary namespaces for this example. Next, I define an action method with a return type action result. Within this method, I create a new Word document instance and add one section and one paragraph to it using the ensure minimal method. Then, I add a new paragraph to the last section of the document for the title. I insert the title text using the append text method, apply a heading style, and set the line spacing. I reuse the same structure to create the introductory paragraph, changing the paragraph name, and updating the content to explain the report's purpose. Again, I reuse the same approach to create paragraphs for both the evaluation criteria and the evaluation result label. Then, I define an if field using append field to show either pass or fail based on the student's score. I define the logic for the if field, that is, if the score is greater than or equal to the passing mark, display pass, otherwise, display fail. After setting the field code, I call update document fields to evaluate the if condition and display the correct result. Lastly, I define a helper method createFileResult, which returns the Word document as a downloadable file. I create a memory stream, save the document to it, reset the stream position to the beginning, and return the file to download. I invoke this method and pass the document stream, along with the file name. Now I save and run the application. When I click the button, the file will be downloaded. On opening it, you'll see the title, explanation, evaluation criteria, and the result based on the if field logic. Now, I will show you how to create an if field with a paragraph and table. First, I add a button for this and define the action method with the return type, action result. Inside this method, I create a Word document instance by loading an existing document from the specified file path. Next, I retrieve the last paragraph of the document where the if field will be inserted. I define a variable named product and assign it the value cycle. This value will be used in the if condition to determine which content gets displayed in the document. Then, I append a conditional if field to the paragraph for displaying text based on a logical condition. And define a helper method called insertIfFieldCode. This method handles the condition setup and inserts content depending on whether the condition is true or false. Inside this method, I first locate the index of the if field in the paragraph. Then, I set the field code to check whether the product value equals cycle. To make space for inserting rich content between the if field's start and end, I temporarily move the field separator and end marks into a new paragraph. For this, I define another helper method called moveFieldMark, which moves all paragraph items after a specified index to another paragraph. I define the insertTrueStatement method to insert content when the condition is true. This method adds a bold and centered heading titled Product Overview, followed by a table listing products and their prices. The table includes 3 rows, each showing a product name and its corresponding price. I invoke this method inside the insert if field code method, where the true content is inserted only if the condition evaluates to true. I define the insert false statement method, which creates similar rich content for the false condition. It starts with the heading juice corner, styled the same way, and adds a table with 5 juice items and their prices. I invoke this method inside the insert if field code method to insert the false content when the condition is not met. After inserting both the true and false content, I invoke the move field mark method to move the field separator and end marks back into the original paragraph. Back in the main method, I invoke the insert if field code method and call update document fields to evaluate the if condition. Then I call the create file result method, passing in the document and output file name. When I click the button, the file is downloaded. On opening the document, you'll see the product overview section displaying the table defined in the true statement. I change the product value and run the application. When I click the button again, the file downloads. Since the condition fails in this case, alternative content will be shown in the product overview section. That's a wrap. In this video, I showed you how to create an if field in a Word document using the Syncfusion .NET Word Library. You can download a working example from the GitHub link in the description below. I have also shared a link where you can learn about obtaining a free license key to use our file format libraries if you are eligible for our community license. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.